So we can get started with the next lab. And so in this lab, we're doing SimpleMetric subclassing. And so this is talking about doing SimpleMetrics and hooking the SimpleMetrics into the XML system. A lot of this is going to seem very similar to the way you've subclassed movers and hooked them into the XML system. And that's by design. Hopefully, yeah, a lot of the things that you've learned with movers can translate into the SimpleMetrics. And so the question, of course, is what exactly is a SimpleMetric? And SimpleMetrics are the new current way of calculating values in Rosetta. And especially in the age of ML, these sorts of metrics are one of the major ways that Rosetta is being used. So you do your design and your prediction, and now you have a whole bunch of different variants and trying to figure out, okay, so what sequences from protein MPN are exactly the ones that I want to go into the lab with. And so one of the ways you can do that is to calculate a whole bunch of different metrics using various programs, including Rosetta, to figure out what's the best sequence. How do each of these different designs compare to each other in various things? And so SimpleMetrics is the way to do that. And so just sort of an overview of the lab here. We're going to create a new branch. We're going to subclass SimpleMetrics. And then we're going to add the functionality to that SimpleMetrics. We're going to connect that SimpleMetrics into the SimpleMetric factory such that we can use that through RosettaScripts. In particular, the metric that you're going to be doing today is going to be looking at taking an AlphaFold output structure and taking the pLDDT of AlphaFold models through the B factor column and sort of pulling out that information. And then once you have that all functional, you're going to be using that metric through RosettaScripts. All right. And as mentioned, SimpleMetrics are our way of doing reporting of various values. So this can be really arbitrary information about the pose, thinking about geometry or quality or energy or various other things. In some of the older protocols that were made before we had SimpleMetrics, filters sort of fulfilled the same sort of function in the sense that they calculated a value. But SimpleMetrics are a more general framework for doing this. And yeah, you can run these SimpleMetrics at a number of different points in your protocol. So if you did have a larger protocol, that's where you're modifying it, you can look at multiple stages what each of the values of these metrics are. And they also hook into other systems in Rosetta, such as you can use a SimpleMetric as a filter value and there's a SimpleMetric filter. Or you can hook it into the features reporters or some of these other systems where you're looking for values. And so here's an example of a RosettaScripts using SimpleMetrics. So other RosettaScripts objects, such as residue selectors, can be used to sort of configure SimpleMetrics. And so, and then there's a SimpleMetrics blocks where you can say, okay, I want the total energy, but I just want the total energy over a particular region of the protein. For example, the L1 of the CDR of this antibody. There's just this particular loop of this antibody, and I want to sum the energy over all of those residues. And then once you have the SimpleMetrics, you can there's a run SimpleMetrics mover, which will run these metrics and add the scores to the pose such that gets output when the pose gets output. Similarly, you can also run SimpleMetrics with PyRosetta. So a similar sort of thing where you set up all of the values that you need, and then create your SimpleMetrics, and then you can run the calculate function of your SimpleMetric across the various poses that you need. So SimpleMetrics have a flexibility. So there's a number of different subtypes of metrics depending on what exactly you're calculating. So probably the simplest of the SimpleMetrics are the real metrics, which basically take your pose and calculate a single real number value from across the entire pose. But you can also calculate return a string. So if there's some sort of description that you have, you can return that string. You can also have per-residue, both real and string metrics. So instead of having a single number for the entire protein, you can have one number for each residue in the protein. And then there's also more complex ones where you have sets of real, sets of strings. And also there's a probabilities metric that hooks into things like protein NPNN or ESM fold to give you residue probabilities at each position. All right. And so to hook that into the XML system, we're using that same sort of four-class system that we saw in the movers, where we have a factory object that is responsible for creating things. We have the creator and the metric itself, and then there's a SimpleMetric registrator that makes hooking the creator into the SimpleMetric factory very easy. And so this should all be very familiar from what you've done for the mover. It's basically the same thing with just SimpleMetrics as opposed to movers. So for this particular lab, you will be inheriting from per-residue real metric. So this metric is going to calculate a real number for each of the different residues in the pose. And when you implement the function, when you implement the subclass, you'll have to implement some of the virtual methods that are in the base class. So this is where you hook in the functionality and the specifics for your particular metric. And one of the things, and so much the same, provide XML schema, parse by tags. There's some name information. But the one thing that is different here is which function you're going to override in order to provide the functionality. And specifically for mover, that was the apply function. But for SimpleMetrics, this will be the calculate function. So the calculate function takes in a pose and then returns a return value that's dependent on the particular type that it is. So for a per-residue real metric, it's going to return a map, a dictionary for Python people that maps a size, which is the residue position, to a real value. The SimpleMetrics do have an apply function, but there's typically speaking, you'll just use the base class version of this because this is what hooks it into the rest of the XML system, and also running through RosettaScripts. So apply does take a pose, but what it does is it calls the calculate function and then stores that information in the pose such that when you're running through RosettaScripts, it stores that information in the pose so that it can be output in the score file later. All right. And again, just like movers, SimpleMetrics have a metric creator that you pretty much a similar sort of interface where there's the name value and the creation functions, and also the provide XML schema. Yeah, and then just again, the example of using a different SimpleMetric within the XML system. And the way, again, just like with movers, the way you hook this into the XML system is with the parse my tag, using very, very similar sort of thing. Pardon. The big difference here, though, is the fact that because there's information that both the subclasses use, so it's unlike the mover system, there's additional information that's read in the base class parse my tag. You should call the base class, both the SimpleMetric and the per-residue real metric parsing functions, such that that information can be read by the base class. And then once you do that, you can do the parsing for your particular SimpleMetric. Yeah, and then very similar, with your provide XML schema, and then providing all your attribute list, and then using the function to provide the sort of the general XML schema. All right, and then again registering with the SimpleMetric factory, very similar to what you did for the mover. Yeah, and so that's lab 9. Yeah, we'll be around to answer questions. Any questions about the presentation so far or the general concept of the lab? All right. Have a good time.